brother? Welcome to the podcast. Stop Crying Poser, greatest podcast known to man, as voted by Juan, Don, Patrick, and Andiamo playing a piano. Shout out to everyone who tuned in live right here. Mr. Broski, OG Mickey, Big Chungo Mondo, Fat Ralph and Infamy, and Master Swag, Julie Fett, Ryu the Nerd, OG Mickey, Ring a Ting Bomb Boy. Mr. Broski, OG Mickey, Finn Kit, and Guy, just bomb bomb. Feel like I'm in a singing mood today, dudes. Got a good podcast ready for you guys. I appreciate everyone who tuned in live today, Friday, here on twitch.tv/Ninja Lifestyle. We do these podcasts every single Friday right around 3:30 p.m. Pacific time. Today we're getting off to a late start. It's about 3:50, which is a-okay with me because we have no news articles today. It might be a short podcast, might be a long podcast. It all depends on how much I can ramble. But it's been an exciting week because I have not been drinking any alcohol. Had to get my body back on track. We'll talk more about that in a minute. But first, let's give you guys a chance to win a free Ninja Lifestyle sticker pack sent directly to your house, free of charge if you live in America. All you have to do is answer a question correctly. Oh my goodness, this is going to be a technology question. This is why you guys need to tune in live if you're not tuning in live, especially if you got no stickers. If you need stickers, this is the place to be. The only podcast on the internet giving away free Ninja Lifestyle sticker pack stickers. Well, the question today is, when it comes to the internet, as I read this, I think we've done this question before. What does HTTP stand for on the internet? First one to type in the answer correctly is going to be the proud owner of Ninja Lifestyle sticker packs. By the way, if you've won in the past couple of weeks, I did not send out sticker packs. I know I'm lagging behind. I'm a human being. I get behind schedule, but it only takes like 5 minutes. I know it only takes 5 minutes, which is why I'm just a terrible person. There's nothing I can do. Fat Ralph says, hot tip toe picks. Well, Ralph, you just got yourself nothing at all. Big Chungo says, hypertext transfer protocol. That is the correct answer. I'm kind of surprised no one else even chimed in. There must be a lot of lag going on today. I was watching another stream earlier. The late, great Fryin' B Mario player. He was lagging, I was lagging, the internet's going slow. Or maybe everyone's just dumb. That could also be part of it. And I'm not saying you guys are the only dumb ones in the world. I'm pretty dumb myself. But HTTP, come on, man. You guys could have Googled it. Anyways, Chungo, send me a DM after the podcast. Send me your address, and I will get these to you accordingly. Now, let's talk about what we're going to talk about. Yesterday was my anniversary with my girlfriend, 3 years. It's a long time, been some ups, been some downs. We're not going to talk about all of that, but we are going to talk about the fun stuff we did yesterday. Also, I have not drank alcohol in 5 days, except for 1 glass of wine. We're going to talk about why that happened and what's going on with me. Am I feeling better? I don't know. I watched some pretty cool movies. I've been drinking some water with some melatonin in it. It's a pill, over-the-counter, regular, normal-ass pill that makes you sleep, but also gives you some fucking weird-ass dreams. And I've been having some weird dreams. I'll share some of those with you. We'll also talk about Jake Paul and pedophiles, which those two topics, they just seemed like they should go hand in hand. Right? I hope you guys are as excited as me for today's podcast, because it's all personal. No news articles. No news has happened. Every time I click the news, it's about school district, blah, 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 COVID vaccines. I don't care about school. That's why I'm so happy I'm old now. I hated school. I see these movies. I don't really know any people that can relate to this. When you see these movies and they're like, man, high school was so much fun, dude. You were the man. You were popular. You were on the football team. Man, dude, it was a fun time. You had that one girlfriend who was like the prom queen. Dude, even if you had all those things going on, how the fuck was high school more fun than being like 21? How is that humanly possible? I'll never understand people that do that. I think it's like, I could get behind if you said that about college. Like, oh, I went to college and I did fucking keg stands. I banged a bunch of random chicks, or I just like moved to a new place for a while and came back. I can see that. I got out of my shell. I joined a college team, which is actually like a big deal because then you could possibly become a pro something. Maybe you got good at something. Maybe you worked your way into a good job. High school, dude, if you had a great high school, I'm wondering. Also, I feel like sometimes in life, you only have so much fun. It's like it runs out after a while. So if you had all your fun in high school, all your 20s and 30s, dude, you're fucked. It's going to be terrible. It's going to be terrible. It's never going to live up to the hype. You walk into the lunchroom, everyone claps. Now you walk into like, you walk into work and everyone boos. Boo! Boo! It's that nerd. And you're like, man, fuck Walmart. I hate this job. Yeah, that's right. That's how it goes down. Anyways, let's talk about, let's start at the beginning. Back when I was a baby. No, last week, I went out on Friday, had a great time, drank a bunch of beers, won a little bit of money, lost a little bit of money. Next thing I know, it's 6 in the morning. I say, oh crap, I gotta go home. Find a way home, get dropped off, whatever. My sleep schedule's all fucked up. Okay, cool. Saturday rolls around. I think we watched UFC. Oh, we definitely did because, man, poor Stipe lost. Man, lost some money on that bet. Nagano fucking rocked him. He fought great. After that, I'm like, man, my sleep schedule's fucked up anyways. You know, I'm not going to get tired until 6. We're drinking. I look at the clock, dude. It's 10 in the morning. Holy guacamole. I've been drinking till 10 in the morning. This is even the weirder part. I didn't even leave the house. I'm hanging out with like 4 dudes at my house, just getting shit-faced until 10 in the morning. Jesus. The next day, completely hungover, ruined my entire Sunday. Monday, had a terrible, like my sleep wasn't working. And I said to myself, you know what? A moment of clarity, as Samuel L. Jackson once poetically put it. I had a moment of clarity and I was like, you know what, dude? I gotta fucking stop this. I have to fucking put this to an end. Krept says, you mean the next day? Yes, the next day. Yes, motherfucker. UFC ended at 10. Start drinking 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I looked at everyone. I said, y'all gotta leave. This is fucking crazy. It's hot outside and I'm still drunk. This is not nice for my life. So yeah, a couple days went by, I got my brain back, and I said, you know what? No more. No more drinking, no more gambling. I kind of fucked up the gambling because I gambled like $25 on Thursday. Whatever, you know, sue me. Whatever. No gambling, no drinking. And yesterday was my anniversary, so I had a glass of wine. I had 1 glass of wine. I don't think that counts as drinking. I feel like I pulled it off. Then again, maybe that's just the addiction inside of me. But today the plan is to never let that happen again. I have a very strict curfew, 3 in the morning, 3 a.m. I'm wrapping it up, no matter what I'm doing. Also, I'm staying out of like the party bars. Tonight, we're going to a nice, quiet, old people bar. Going to a bar where they're not like just blasting music at fucking 3 in the morning and you're like hyped playing pool. No, I'm gonna go to a bar where eventually I'll start to get really bored. That's the plan. It is Friday, though. You know what I mean? I do plan on going out and having some fun. But sometimes you got to do that thing for yourself. You got to look in the mirror and say, dude, time to make some changes. Stop fucking up your life. And that's what we're doing. I feel like I've done a pretty good job now. The gambling I kind of fell apart on, but everything else is good. I got my brain back, and I'm really, like, to be honest, not to sound like I'm like the fucking guru of the world, but I need my fucking Saturday and Sunday back. You know, if you're too hungover on Saturday and you can't even enjoy the weather, or Sunday and you can't even enjoy anything that's going on, you're doing yourself a disservice. So life's getting better. Anniversary was yesterday. Like I said, I drank a glass of wine. I also gambled $20. Oh no, sue me. Here's my thing. We went to a really, really nice steakhouse. And since like my birthday dinner got skipped, we just made the anniversary into my birthday dinner. So I didn't have to pay shit. The bill was $229, which, to be honest, is pretty tame for a nice steakhouse. Also, something great happened. I ordered these like steak tips and portobello mushrooms for an appetizer. So bomb. And this awesome like mushroom zip sauce, whatever. Super good. And I ordered it, and the guy brought out a meatball. And we're looking at him like, what the fuck is this meatball? He's like, sorry, I was going to get your steak tips and portobellos, but I dropped them. So here's a free meatball. And I was like, fuck it. Hell yeah. And then not 1 minute went by, and the portobellos and steak tips came out. Boom. Double appetizer. Yeah. It was great. Then they had some weird like eggplant and wine sauce to go on to the crispy hardened bread. Didn't really care for that. That was a little gross. But then I got a ribeye Oscar style. I was saying earlier, I don't know if Oscar style is something everywhere has, because I thought it was based off our old mayor, but I'd searched it online, and Oscar style might just be something that exists everywhere. Got the steak, crab meat on top, boom, asparagus on the side, boom, and a special sauce. For my side, I got like roasted mini potatoes. That shit was trash. It was only $10, but you get like, here's my thing too. I can't help but think like this. I know there's a difference between really nice good steak and regular bullshit supermarket steak. I understand there's a difference. But when you're giving me mini potatoes that you just put olive oil on and some rosemary and charge me $11, I'm looking at it like, dude, this is $1.50 worth of potatoes. And it didn't take like it didn't take this chef 20 years of culinary excellence to make these potatoes. So I'm looking at them, they were just really bland, boring ass potatoes. What are you gonna do? Whatever. What Lily got, she got this special scallop dish. I think they gave her like 6 gigantic scallops with this weird creamy sauce with some type of like little pasta things on the outside and little pieces of corn. It looked pretty good. You guys can see it in my Discord. And for her side, she got truffle whipped potatoes. But she wasn't feeling that good that day. I don't know, man. Kind of put a damper on the anniversary. But as what happens, you can't help when your stomach's not feeling good. But she's like, these potatoes don't even taste like truffles. I'm like, fuck you, dude. They taste a lot like truffles. And I'll be the first one to tell y'all, truffles ain't shit. They don't taste great. Just because something's rare doesn't mean it tastes good. That's why we don't eat Pokemon, because they don't taste good. Bad meat on them. So we get out of there. It was a really good time. But before we went to dinner, also we went to watch the Golden Knights at Bar Canada. The Canadian bar. Shout out to all the Canadians in the chat. And that was cool. Golden Knights lost. That was really sad. But right before that, we went to this place in Las Vegas called the Adventuredome. Now, I'm about to go on an angry rant because this place, it's known for being ghetto, right? This casino is called Circus Circus. It's located kind of on Industrial. It's a little bit off the strip, kind of. I mean, you can see it, but whatever. I wouldn't trust it right there. Hotel rooms are atrocious. They're like $8 to stay at a hotel room. Also, they have their own apartment complex. You can go to the Circus Circus apartment complex and get shot by a meth head if you want to. So let's just say it's kind of a ghetto place. It also has like historically one of the best steakhouses in Las Vegas, but that's hidden. That's hidden deep within the casino somewhere. No one knows anything about it. Secret ass passageway. They keep that shit away from the ghetto. This is where all like the strippers walk by. I remember one day I read an article here on, I don't think it was on Stop Crying Poser. I think it was on my last podcast. or this fucking stripper was just walking by Circus and somebody just walked up and just shot her right in the head and she just died right in front of the casino. Like, it's a ghetto-ass area. So they put a theme park there, an indoor theme park. If you guys have ever driven down the Las Vegas Strip, you look over and there's this big, bright maroon, like really bright maroon, glassy red dome. Inside that dome is a bunch of roller coaster rides. And if you're driving at the right time of day, it's all made of glass, you will get a laser beam, a bright red laser beam blinding you as you drive down the freeway because the sun reflects off this gigantic football stadium sized red dome. So you go in there, man, they got some good rides, I guess, or at least I remember them being good rides when I was a kid. It's like a hot spot to go if it's like your birthday and you're a kid. Although I don't know how the fuck I ever got to go there on my birthday because that shit was $40 to go on all the rides. $40, that's $80 for me and Lily I had to pay. Some bullshit. Guess how much a hot dog was. I will let the chat guess. Guess how much you had to pay to buy a single hot dog. Granted, last week I went to Fremont Street, another like, you know, really nice area. I went somewhere, I got a hot dog, it was $3. There's areas on the strip you can get a hot dog and a beer for $4. But I'm in this place filled with ghetto kids and dead strippers, and I gotta pay $8 for one single hot dog. Gee, not a big jumbo dog, man. I imagine that's probably what it's like when you go to like a baseball game, right? I don't know. A water was $6, bro. You got to be kidding me. Anyways, let me complain more about this place. First ride we go on, Lily picks the fucking scariest ride I've ever seen. This fucker, it just goes in a circle. All it does is just go in a circle, and you're sitting there. I'm sitting there going in a circle. You know, you feel your belly go up into your stomach when you're on this ride. You're like, ooh, ooh. And I'm just feeling my little vest that's on, the thing that goes down and gets you locked into your seat. This fucker's janky, like fucking rocking around sideways, fucking bolts falling off of it. I'm like, oh fuck, dude. If I died, here's what I think, dude. Here's how morbid I am. If I died, they'd cover it up. They'd say I went fucking missing. They'd bury me in some concrete fucking under the elevator shaft. I would just go missing, and they would say that, oh, I went out on my anniversary and just never showed up, never came back. They're gonna pretend I went on a fucking honeymoon to Paris and just never came back. This ghetto ass fucking place, dude. It's rickety, fucking falling apart. I'm falling down. I'm like, oh my god, Lily. Lily's all like, woo, hands in the air, just brave, just trusting the structure to not implode on itself. Something about like rides, man. Always. On Fremont Street, there's a giant zip line. And one day I got on this zip line and this fucker twisted backwards. So I'm just going backwards the whole time. And all I can imagine is when I fall, I'm gonna land feet first, my head's gonna whiplash. Boom, I'm gonna whiplash into the ground, which is 40 feet below me. My brain and skull's gonna scatter everywhere. And I'm just gonna be on Snapchat and Instagram of some guy that's head exploded. I'm gonna be on World Star. Someone's gonna yell World Star at my dead body. And that's just what I'm gonna be doing. I remember praying, please let me land on a little kiosk. Please let me land on like a little building that sells like cell phone cases or fake jewelry. If I have to fall off this, please let me land on something, like some Jackie Chan-esque kind of thing. Like I land on some tarp and then bounce onto a bale of hay magically, Assassin's Creed style. Yeah, fucking right. So anyways, we get off that ride. I'm like not really feeling that good. We get on another ride. I say, you know what? I remember this ride called the Canyon Blaster. Oh yeah, the Canyon Blaster. It's this whatever regular ass roller coaster, you know, the typical like goes up, la, 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 then goes down. You go in a couple loops. Not a big deal. So I get up there, I wait in line. The lines are actually not that bad. Lines are not that bad. Get in there, I'm waiting. We get onto it. We sit down, no social distancing at all. Not, you know, I don't really care, but it's kind of weird that no one else cared because according to Facebook last week, that was like the main fucking thing that everyone cared about, social distancing. Now we got roller coaster rides, no one fucking cares because they're having fun. So I get on this bitch, man. I get on the ride, we're going around slowly. we start going up the tall thing. This motherfucker starts going click, 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 me, click, 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 and I'm like, oh fuck, this shit is falling apart. It's already falling apart, dude. We're sputtering our way up to the top. Okay, let me explain this. It didn't just go, how are roller coaster gonna start coughing in the middle? Is it, can't even climb to the top of the thing. I'm like, oh, well, now I'm dead. We go up there, listen to this shit. We go down this big ass hill. We're going slow. This shit is so backwards. We go all the way to the top of the building, hundreds of feet in the air. And it's one of those roller coasters. We're like, oh shit, now the momentum takes over. We go down this big ass steep thing. We're going slow. Like, this should be the fastest, scariest part. Oh no, we go down nice and slow. I'm thinking, oh, if I see a loop in front of us, I'm like, we're getting stuck in the middle of the loop. I'm gonna get stuck upside down. I'm gonna have to have Axel Foley fucking climb from roller coaster to roller coaster to come and rescue me with some bullshit. Anyways, we're going down slow as fuck, and then all of a sudden, 9 G's. Fucking Lily passed out from with Goose and Maverick in the back seat. We're fucking going hauling ass. We go around the first loop. My fucking head slams down. We go around the second loop. Smash the back of my head on the back of the roller coaster. This motherfucker's rickety as fuck. It's like, it's just jiggling everywhere. My spine is twisting and breaking. I'm just jumping around. I'm trying to keep my eyes ahead, but the G-forces are like pushing my head down. So it's pushing my head down, like forcing me to suck some dick. I try to force my head away, and then boom, smash the back because the G-forces all changed. I got off that bitch limping. I said, oh God, nobody's smiling. Not at all. Everyone just gets off the ride, rolls off on the ground, just like, oh God, where I need some medical assistance. Dude, the ricketiest, most fucked up, most bullshit fucking ride. I wrote a tweet, man, and I know it's gonna age well. I wrote, someday this roller coaster is gonna fall apart, causing multiple casualties. And I'm gonna say that I called it. Because this shit was not smooth. I remember as a kid, it was smooth. Maybe it's because I was smaller and it held me in better. We limp off of that ride after getting a stint for both of my legs and a prosthetic back. We limp off of that. We see another ride. This one says El Loco. I say, oh, fuck, El Loco. Okay, let's try that one. It's a little bit newer, right? Maybe it's a little more polished. We get in there, we wait in line, we're just sitting in line forever, dude. This little group of little teenagers in front of us was so fucking annoying. Dude, it's just really fucking annoying. Teenagers are the worst people to be behind when they're being loud. I hate like the group of teens that like starts fake fighting with each other. Fake, like they're doing body shots. The little line is this big. I got a little fucking, some 90-pound fucking kid bumping into me. Sorry, man. No, fuck you. Just act normal. Just wait in line. What the fuck is wrong with you fucking kids? Jesus Christ. What, they inject you with caffeine when you walked in here? Actually, you know what? I shouldn't be hating because I was kind of like that too. I think I was just less annoying. Here's the thing. When you're a kid, if you're like, okay, I was a little nervous as a kid. If I was around adults, it's like, okay, don't act stupid. If you're around a bunch of kids and you're off in the desert or hanging out in the sewer in some sewer tunnel, throwing rocks at some shit at some abandoned building, cool. You can do whatever you want. But me, even if I'm at like Chuck E. Cheese or like those little pizza places and shit, I'm not doing this dumb shit like just like, oh, let's fucking get in a fight and bump into a bunch of adults. Hell no. Anyways, we wait. These kids are fucking annoying. They keep multiplying somehow. I look ahead of me. There's 4 kids. I turn around. Now there's 8. Like, where the fuck did all these other fucking kids come from? They fucking Mission Impossible from the goddamn ceiling. One came out the ground. One just ambiotically amoebaed himself into 2, pissing me off. But there used to be 4 people in front of me. Now all these kids cutting in line, pissing me off. So we finally get to the front of the line. Let me explain this ride to you. This is going to be kind of confusing. It looks like a roller coaster, but it comes apart. So the first 4 seats are an independent vehicle. The next 4 seats, independent. The next 4 seats, independent. The next 4 seats, independent. So one little piece goes off at a time. So one piece goes off, goes on a roller coaster, wait a couple minutes, and then another piece goes, wee, by itself, and then another piece goes, and then by the time like the third piece is going, the first piece is coming back, and it lands in the back. I don't know how to explain that. Like, whatever. It's like 4 roller coasters on one track, kind of. So we get in line, we sit down, I sit down. This is the greatest moment of my life. I grab my hat. There's like an area across the room, way across the room, where you can place your belongings. I throw my hat, it fucking flies through the air, lands perfectly on this little cubby. Boom. I'm looking around like nobody fucking saw that. Nobody saw this shit. Because even if I would have missed, if my hat would have landed on the ground, I would have just said, fuck it, I'm not gonna pick my hat up. It was the greatest throw of our generation. Anyways, the guy comes up. Lily has this little tiny purse, not even big enough for a cell phone. Tiny little purse, like I don't know what you would call it, man. A little chain, just a small, like a wallet that attaches to her wrist. And she was wearing like a dress, so she couldn't have pockets, right? So it's like tied around her wrist. The guy says, "You got to put that in the cubbies." And she's like, "No, it's attached to my wrist. It cannot come off me." And the guy's like, "Too bad. You got to put it over in these cubbies." And she's like, looking at me, and I'm like, fuck no, you're not gonna put your shit in this cubbies? What? I thought he was just suggesting it. Apparently he was telling her she had to put it in the cubbies. I'm looking over, I'm like, wait a minute, in the middle of our ride, there's gonna be a bunch of people here getting off the ride who can just go grab whatever they want off the cubbies, including all her money and her phone. So she looks at the guy, she's like, "Are you gonna watch my belongings?" And he's like, "No, I gotta watch the ride." And she's like, "Then why would I fucking put it there?" Let me tell you a little bit more about this park, man. It's the type of place where you can walk in for free. Anyone can walk in. This is why it's so fucking ghetto. You walk in for free. A lot of people just go there with no money just to hang out and look at rides. Or maybe to hang out and steal things. Who knows? So it's crowded, jam-packed with these people who have no wristband, who are just there. No purpose whatsoever. So you think to yourself, okay, so we just paid $80 to put our shit not in like a locker, but in just an open cubby to where anyone can just walk up and grab it. Not only that, the people that are getting off the ride, they know for a fact that I'm on the ride. They know that I'm gone. And you're not gonna watch this shit or put a camera on it or anything. It sounds terrible. Also, we're surrounded by a bunch of people who didn't even pay to be here. What the fuck? So, of course, we get off that ride. And the reason I brought up how long it took us in line, we sat in line for that whole fucking time just to get off the ride. Lily's mad. She's like, "Yeah, no, fuck this shit. We go on another ride, some scary ride where everything's running into each other." The rickety-ass ride. Back was broken. Not too bad, man. But the purse thing... my back breaking, and then the masks, dude. I didn't see... Listen, I don't give a fuck about the masks. I want everyone to be clear. I know a lot of you guys care a lot about masks. I don't. I know, you don't care about people. Yeah, we could have a debate about that another time. Here's the thing, though. You make all these rules about all this bullshit about we have to wear masks. I want to see you motherfuckers cleaning the roller coaster. No one's cleaning the roller coaster. My back is broken, and you guys tried to get my chick's purse stolen. Complete fucking bullshit. No wonder people are getting fucking shot in the head over there. There was a shooting inside the other day. So they warned you down on the way in. This fool said, "Let me see, pull up your shirt. I need to see your waistband." I'm like, oh, okay. You're trying to prevent armed robberies in this place. I'll tell you the easiest way to do that. Charge $5 to get in. Problem solved. Make me the general manager. Charge $5 fucking dollars. $5 American dollars just to walk through the door. There will never be another shooting again. Ever. Anyone going into a place trying to shoot it up is not going to pay $5. I'm telling you guys that shit, man. Shooting at fucking Adventuredome. Shit's falling apart. Ghetto ass place. They have an area where it's a free arcade, closed. They have mini golf. Mini golf. You go in there. I paid $80 for both of us. Mini golf, you got to pay extra. I'm like, dude, what a this is not how I remember it as a kid. Not at all, man. Oh, we went on all the rides we could. Some of the rides are pretty cool. We went on one that just like spins you around in a circle. That shit was pretty cool. Here's the thing, man. On the first ride, the one that fucked me up, it was like go up in the sky and then go in a circle and then fall really quick and then go up in the sky and then fall really quick. I really was thinking like, if my vest breaks off, I could ninja my way. Like I could rear naked choke my way back onto this thing and maybe survive with only like a broken leg or arm or shoulder. Lily's flying right the fuck out of it. Her arms in the air, dude. She's flying out. She's gonna be in pieces on the ground. Just a scary place, man. I've never been a fan of like rides that are made to scare you, and it's only because of my distrust of things, right? How many things in life have we seen that are supposed to work that don't work? Like on any given day. Like, what's an obvious one? Okay, have you ever walked into like a Walmart or a grocery store and you walk and you kind of like, you almost hit the door because the motion sensor didn't fucking work? You walk up to it and you're like, hello, open. Yeah, that's just a thing in life that we all assume should work that doesn't. That's why no one runs headfirst into them, or you shouldn't. But then you get to a roller coaster and you're like, oh, like what? No one ever dies on these. What do you mean no one ever dies? You don't got YouTube? Just look, people just die on this shit all the time. Also, I'm an adult now. I have no... I believe you. I believe that if you put 16 80-pound kids on this, that it will probably work the way it's supposed to work. You put some adults on it over the course of 10 years, maybe you didn't oil that one part enough, this fucker's going down. Also... let me explain this. At the park, I looked over the edge. I'm like looking over the edge at the storage. I'm seeing like just broken shit everywhere. I saw crash test dummies. I go, damn, Lily, that's what they used to test. That's what they used to test all these rides. She looks over. They're all like in several pieces, falling apart. Some of them have no arms. Some of them, their torsos are broken in half. I'm like, oh shit. This is what they test the rides on? And all these crash test dummies are broken in half? We're dead. We're fucking dead, man. We got the fuck out of there and went to go eat. But it was a good time. It was a good time. I just feel like what a simple solution, man. Just make people pay to get in there. No one goes to an amusement park like that and has no money is ever gonna be like, oh shit, I didn't know they had rides here. What? Man, since suddenly I see rides everywhere, I guess I'll go to the ATM since I'm 8 years old, and I guess I'll fucking pull out $40 from my fucking checking account. Dude, no. It's not gonna happen, man. They need to change that shit. I think what it is if you walked in there and it was empty, you all you would hear is like roller coasters falling apart. You need a bunch of people in there to like be ambient noise. Ambient noise. You need the ambiance of chaos. Otherwise, you start hearing shit. You start hearing the click-clack of the old rickety fucking roller coaster that has bronchitis trying to get up the top of the hill. Anyways, whatever. It was a good time. It was a good time. I'm complaining about it. It was a good time. A little expensive. Whatever. Let's take a moment now to talk quickly about skateboarding. Bastien Salabanzi came out with a new part. It's pretty good. I recommend checking it out. Not because it had like the craziest tricks ever. It did have some really good tricks in it. But it was just really beautifully edited and filmed. They used this weird like chanting music. Oh shit, now it sounds racist. It just went really good with his style. Weird African chanting music with this French Congo-born skateboarder. No, it was really well done. All the parts of the song that got slow, the skating got slow. All the parts of the song that fucking went off and went nuts, it fucking went nuts. You know what? We'll watch it after this. Of course, I would say the African chanting song fits Bastien, but it was really good. Totally worth watching. And whoever put that together, You think about it, man. Putting together a video part, it's not like putting together a puzzle, because you don't always have all the pieces. You might have not enough pieces. You might have too many pieces. And also, you don't know what the puzzle's supposed to look like in the end. So, totally worth watching. Also, who's not a huge Bastien fan? I know even you guys who are younger look back on Flip Sorry and Really Sorry like legendary videos, right? The same way I look back and look at like Manic Madi. So it's definitely worth watching. We'll watch it live right here on the post show. A couple of final thoughts here. What happens inside of a garbage truck? I was sitting down drinking last week, sitting by myself watching TV, and I thought to myself, you know what? I see the garbage truck come by, lifts up the garbage can, drops the garbage in. The only reason I thought about this because I was thinking, man, when I was a kid, they didn't have all this fancy shit going on, all right? It was just a dude hanging off the side of the garbage truck, and you look at him and you're like, 5 years old, you're like, holy shit, best job ever, hang on the back of a car, greatest job ever. And your parents are like, yeah, they make good money too. And you're like, what the fuck? I get to hang off the back of a truck and make good money? Yeah, good benefits too. What? Peacock? Crazy. But they put the trash in. I'm looking around my neighborhood, man. There's a million trash cans. They must be in there squishing it. And then I was thinking, like, dude, what if a dead body was in a trash can? How do they figure that out? I don't know. I was watching this show the other day called You. And this guy was grinding up like pieces of a dead body and he threw it all away like one piece at a time. I was thinking, man, if a garbage truck just picks up 1,000 cans of garbage, or probably not 1,000, let's say 500 things of garbage, they pick up the dead body, they dump it in, probably not a camera up there, or if there is, probably can't see through a garbage bag. Not that I'm trying to kill anyone, I'm just saying, you think that would happen more often. Why is everyone going through all these elaborate things? Man, here in Vegas, they drive all the way out to the desert and dump you in a barrel and shit. Or they drive all the way out to Lake Mead on a boat, drop you in the middle of the lake. What? Man, it would probably work. There must be something I don't know about. If you guys have any information on why dead bodies don't just get thrown in the trash, I'd love to hear the hypothesis as to why that's not a thing. Because I've also thrown away, like, grease. I know you're not supposed to throw away grease. Please don't give me a fine. Man, one day I just dumped a bunch of grease in the fucking trash can. I was like, man, I don't know where this shit goes. Now I put it in a jug. But I just dumped it in it. Man, I had the slipperiest trash can of all time. They turned my trash can upside down. All the grease went all up on the lid, all down the side. I tried to bring that shit back up the driveway, just slipped away. Woo, 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 woo. Slid down the street. That motherfucker was slippery, but back to the dead bodies, man. Oh shit. The trash industry, man, whatever. I don't know what they do. I was asking, Vulgar Tech answered me, he said compression. So you're telling me they put trash in there and then it crushes it? I remember seeing something like that on Child's Play. That movie with the little doll, the little Chucky doll. Hi, I want to play with you, or whatever he says. Remember somebody's arm was crawling out. Shouldn't there be a shut-off switch in there or something? Man, you're telling me if someone screams, hey, I'm in the back of this trash truck. Somebody wouldn't be like, hey, we should not crush that guy. Whatever. Moving on. We haven't really achieved anything by discussing that topic. Next one. I watched a movie the other day called Bad Trip. I think it's new on Netflix, but I don't think it's new in general. Eric Andre, I love the Eric Andre show. If you like the Eric Andre show, definitely watch Bad Trip. It's kind of like Bad Grandpa or Dirty Grandpa. Which one is it? It's kind of like that Grandpa movie with Johnny Knoxville where they do pranks, but they make it into a storyline. Pretty funny. There's parts. Okay, how do I put this? There's things that when Eric Andre does it, I laugh harder than if Johnny Knoxville did it, or just name anyone else. Just something about the way that he, his timing, something about the way that he doesn't break character is is really good, man. It's funny. I also watched a movie the other day called Den of Thieves. Yeah, movie night with Ninja. Called Den of Thieves. It had a lot of familiar faces. If you're a movie fan, if you're a UFC fan, if you're a music fan, it had 50 Cent. It had Ice Cube's kid. It had Max Holloway. It had a bunch of other like big stars. It kind of reminded me of like The Town. It's kind of like a bank robbery kind of movie. It's long. It's like over 2 hours long, like maybe 2 hours and 10 minutes. Well, I will call it 2:11. We'll just round off to the best number. It's a long movie, but if you got a lot of time, a lot of shoot 'em up action, a lot of like shooting scenes that are pretty cool, and it actually has a really really interesting ending that you wouldn't expect. I was kind of looking for it the whole time. I was like, man, there's got to be something, man. This movie's too straightforward for me. And then at the end of it, I was like, yup, perfect, pretty good movie. Now, moving along, I've been eating a lot of melatonin. They give me crazy dreams. The other day, I had this dream that I put on rollerblades, and I was on like this crowded, let's call it like a pier. Like, what do you call that thing? Like the sidewalk path that goes along the beach. It's not a pier. We'll just call it a path where everyone like performs. You know, if you're in Venice, everyone's doing tricks and selling rap CDs and doing backflips and rapping and playing drums. I was on there, motherfucker. I was on these rollerblades, just dipping through people. Meow, you turn. It's crowded as fuck. Thousands of people. I'm going in, weaving in and out of people, jumping over in people. At one point, I hit this bed of rocks and I firecrackered across the rocks as it like a rock skipping across the water on these rollerblades, dude. And I'm thinking to myself, dude, what section of my brain turned on to think that this is what I wanted to dream about? But I'll tell you what, I woke up and I was like, bro, I was just ripping on these rollerblades. Man, I lifted the front wheels up, went right across, bumping into people. I hit it backwards, turned around. The whole time I'm like, damn, I'm really good at rollerblading. I should quit skateboarding. The whole time. So goofy, man. Also had a dream. This dream made no sense. I was on a boat in like a cave. I was on a boat with this fool, Big Jimmy, who I never hang out with. You guys have never heard me mention Big Jimmy or hang out with him. He's never been on my streams, but I used to hang out with him all the time. Me and him were on this boat, man, and he has a problem with my friend, a friend of a friend. So me and him are like, man, fuck that fool. And he's like, yeah, but Ward likes him. I'm like, well, you know what we got to do? We're in this boat in a cave. I'm like, we got to kill this guy without Ward knowing. So we're on this little skiff, like just going around this watery cave, looking for this guy to kill in a cave filled with water. This fool had like a knife. I had a fucking pistol. I was like, dude, we're gonna kill this fool and just drop him in the water. What am I thinking about? It's not like I just watched a rollerblading movie and then Jack Sparrow movie. Really goofy, man. Really goofy melatonin. You know what? I wouldn't recommend it to do it recreationally, but if you guys are having trouble sleeping, I take the 10 milligrams. You probably start with the 3. Start with the 3 milligram. Also, I recommend to get the ones that are capsules, not tablets. The tablets take a while to kick in. Also, something I've noticed: if you don't sleep through the first pill, you're fucked. If the way I explain it to people is, it's a sleeping pill that's okay to mix with alcohol, because most sleeping pills you can't, or you're not supposed to. So you take the sleeping pill when you're like drunk or whatever, and you just want to keep fucking hanging out. You know, your mind's going crazy. Maybe you just won some money, or maybe you just got in a fight or something, or watched a fight and your fucking adrenaline's all up. You take this pill and it'll just make you tired. It won't make you sleep. It'll make you tired, and then now it's up to you to turn the tired into sleep. But if you get through that tired phase and you don't sleep, now you're fucked forever. Now you'll never sleep again. Now your brain's gonna act weird. Your body tried to sleep, then you didn't sleep. Or like if you sleep for like 3 hours, then you wake up again, oh, you're fucked. It's the worst, dude. If I take that shit and then the dog has to go pee and I wake up and let the dog out, man, I might as well just turn on the fucking TV and watch some infomercial about the Ninja blender, because I'm never getting to sleep again. Okay, moving on topics, man. We're just about done here. This was a lot of rambling, man. I had a great time. I watched the Jake Paul press conference against Ben Askren, and something occurred to me. It occurred to me why kids like Jake Paul. It's because he has the brain of like a 9-year-old. He really does. And I'm not saying he might not be a good fighter. Maybe he will be. But his brain never developed. Like, if he was not a famous YouTuber, we would put him in like an autistic class. This guy's 20-something years old. I don't know how old he is. 25 maybe? He's trying to box Ben Askren, someone who's certainly not known for their striking at all. And he went to the press conference and he didn't know what to say. He was just like, yeah, you got dumb hair, head ass, fool, dumb head ass. And I'm like, what? This is a professional press conference. You're talking like you're playing Fortnite and you're 9 years old. He started like doing these things that you would do at lunch. Like when you see somebody at lunch and they have weird shoes and you just start flaming their shoes. What are those? That was his entire like game plan. You know, like fighters will try to get in each other's heads. This fool was so far behind. He was so far out of the mental game. You know what I mean? It made no sense. He was like, oh yeah, well, I saw you get knocked out a couple years ago. And the guy's like, yeah, everyone gets knocked out. I've been a pro fighter for like 20 years. Yeah, but you got knocked out. You got knocked out. Didn't you get knocked out? Nah. And I'm watching this fool. I'm like, you're a fucking grown man. This is what you came up with? Jesus Christ, the best. It was like embarrassing. It was embarrassing. It's what happens like, and I'm not hating on the guy. If you give like an 8-year-old like $500, if you just gave an 8-year-old $500 and they just started talking shit to everybody and just thought they were rich as fuck, that's what would happen. They would turn on all their friends and just be like, I'm fucking rich now, fuck you. And I'm not saying that he's cocky or I'm not saying he's not deserving of his success or his money or anything. I'm just saying at some point we got to acknowledge that this guy is a step behind. He's really like, I think this might be what happens when all you interact with and all you do is hang out with 8-year-olds online and that's who you need to entertain. It's perfect. It's a perfect fit for this guy to be loved by 8-year-olds across the world because they have like probably a lot in common. I bet when an 8-year-old talks shit to him online, he knows exactly what to say. And then they can get back to each other and it's like an equal battle of wits. But that press conference was weird. Final topic of the day. I saw this trending last night on Twitter. You know that chick from the Dr. Phil show who said, "Cash me outside, how about that? Cash me outside, how about that?" Remember that chick? Kind of annoying. And then I think she became a rapper or something. I think when that came out, she was like, 14 years old or 15 years old? Well, it turns out she just turned 18 this week. Just turned 18. And a few days later, made an OnlyFans. And broke the record for most money made. She made $1 million in 6 hours. That's good. Good for you. What does that mean for the world? That means that there's way more pedophiles than we ever thought. We could have never imagined how many pedophiles were out there waiting for this mentally slow teenager to turn 18 to say, oh, wait a minute, just turned 18? I've been following you since you got famous when you were 14? I need to see those tits. Here's $10, $15, $100. There's way more pedophiles than we ever thought. Let's say we thought the bar was here. We thought the bar was down here. Oh no. It must be 100 times more pedophiles than we ever could have predicted. People have been watching this person since they were 14 years old. They know this person's mentally slow. And then this person, while still looking like a child, makes an OnlyFans and gets $1 million fucking dollars. Hundreds of thousands of people sent money to this person. That's cool, you know. I'm good. Like, I'm good on you being successful. I'm not hating on this woman for doing whatever she wants to do for $1 million. I'll do anything for $1 million, motherfucker. I'm not hating on you. You're good. I'm hating on everyone else that felt the need to wait till it was just gotta wait till you're 18, man. I've been watching you for 4 years, silently thinking of you naked, and now suddenly is the day. That shit. There's a problem here, man. There's a problem here. So that's the final topic. You guys can look into that on your own time. It's probably still trending. 6 hours. This person broke the record of, like, who else did that shit? Nicki Minaj or the other rapper. I think they did OnlyFans. They didn't make anywhere near that shit. You want to know why? Because no one cares about, like, a full-grown person, man. These fucking pedophiles want things that look like children. It's fucking weird. You guys are weird. If you're one of those people and you're watching my channel, which, if there's 1 million people out there, chances are one of you guys probably who follows me, out of my 260,000 subscribers, I'm sure one of you sick fucks fucking did it. Figure your shit out. Get it together. Anyways, this was a great podcast, man. No news. Feel like we made some jokes. Maybe went a little bit too long about the Adventuredome topic, the roller coasters and whatnot. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to stay here and hang out for the post-show. If you missed the beginning of the show, it was pretty funny. You can watch it on Sunday on iTunes, Podbean, or YouTube. If you are watching this on Sunday or watching on YouTube or watching on your iPhone or whatever, I suggest you tune in live. Every single Friday, 3:30 p.m. Pacific time. We have a good time here. Let me shout out everyone in the chat. Give me a hell yeah. Also, I very much appreciate those of you who have been supporting with money and donations and things like that. You don't have to if you can't afford it. But one thing you can do is tell a friend about the podcast. Spread the love, people. Shout out to Vulgar Tech, Master Swag, iBook Boy, Keith Plays, OG Mickey, Infamy, Vulgar Tech, Geiges. Keith Plays with his own custom emote. We have a good time here, guys. We don't just play games. We hang out, we drink beer, we play games, we kick ass, we get to know each other, we have debates. A lot of fun stuff happening right here on twitch.tv/Ninja Lifestyle. I'll catch you guys next time. Don't drink too much, but don't drink too little. Have a great weekend. Adventuredome. Start charging admission immediately.